Good morning. It's time for some healing with the blues. Healing with the blues. That's right, I'm healing with the blues. I've got nothing left to lose. That's why I'm healing with the blues. Such a pain inside. The love that's there for me, I have denied. I've never had the blues this long, this deep, this wide. That's why I'm healing with the blues. Yeah, and that pain is inside. And it is because we're denying ourselves the love that's there for us. Because there is a lot of love waiting to come in. But when you're stuck in fear or worry, anxiety, it's really difficult to feel joy. It's really difficult to feel love. What happens to your body? I like to keep this really, nuts and bolts. This is how it works physically, because we end up blaming ourselves and shaming ourselves for not being better and not being enough and all of those things that keep us down and keep us in that blame and shame. And it's really not about blame. This is the physical world that we live in right now. And we're all going to pass. And we're all going to be free of this physical world at some point. Everybody does it. And I want you to remember that, or maybe hear it for the first time, that your feelings are valid and that you can change how you feel. Some of this stuff is so habitual, it's very ingrained in our beingness. I mean, there have been generations and generations of people feeling anxious about one thing or another, whether it's food security or money security or love security. And we've all heard these really terrible stories about child abuse and being raised in a home where love isn't expressed and where your feelings don't matter. But I'm here to tell you your feelings do matter. And because you're in worry or fear or anxiety and a negative feeling, that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means that you're human. You're a human being. So physically, what happens is we go into a fight or flight response, a stress response. And when we go into stress response, our cortisol levels go up, our adrenal levels go up. And this in turn makes other things happen. I'm not going to go into the specifics of that because you all know what it's like to feel scared or to feel fear or anxiety or worry or regret. These are all feelings that take away from our present time experience where we can open to love and joy. One of the things that you can do very easily that will let you release that feeling is you just tap on the negative feeling. So you do emotional freedom technique, tapping technique on the negative feeling. You just tap on your eyebrows. I'm so anxious. And go to the side of your eyes. I'm so nervous. Under the eyes. I can't believe that this happened to me. Under the nose. And I'm so upset. Whatever it is. Doesn't matter what it is. You've had these feelings. You can tap on them. You can tap along with me. I just worry about this all the time. I wake up worrying about it. And then I go through the day worrying about it. Under the arm, way up high. I go through the day worrying about it. Every so often, I just ping that worry. Oh, yeah, I got to worry about that. Oh, yeah, I got to worry about that. That's right. If I don't worry about that, oh my gosh, what will happen? Nobody else is worrying about this. I have to worry about it. Maybe I'm the only one that's worrying about it. And if I don't worry about it, what will happen? Well, I'm just going to honor that I do that. I'm just going to honor that I do that I worry about it. I'm going to honor that I'm in fear about it. I'm going to honor that I have anxiety about it, whatever it is. I'm just going to honor that feeling right now. Take a deep breath. This is called kind of a tap and rant. So you're really talking about what the negative feeling is. So now feel what that feels like now. And then tap on, if it's still feeling negative and you're still feeling it, go ahead and do another round of that tapping. The other thing that you can do is you can just close your eyes and you can see yourself, take a deep breath, and you can see yourself in the situation as you would like it to be, and put yourself there. I see myself receiving money, receiving hugs, receiving gratitude, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for all that I see myself receiving, and stay in that feeling of gratitude and receiving, and it's so wonderful. Stay in that feeling for about 17 seconds, and then do that periodically through the day. I see myself releasing this worry. I see myself bringing in reception, because your mind is going to create your physiology. Your feelings are going to create your physiology. How you feel about something, whether it's good or bad, is creating your physiology. So I want you to just do those two things. Now, if you've done the tapping on the negative and you've seen yourself in the situation you want to be in, the one where everything's fine and dandy, and you don't have to worry about anything because it's all taken care of, and you can just be in gratitude, see yourself doing that, and then tap on that. I'm so grateful that I can be in gratitude about this. I'm so grateful to feel expansive. I'm so grateful to feel the love and the peace and the calm. I'm so grateful to be able to call that feeling into my life. I'm so grateful to be able to say, I am grateful. I'm so grateful that I don't have to walk 2 miles to get water. I'm so grateful that I can just go to my house and turn on the water inside the house. I don't have to go anywhere for it. I don't have to face any danger. I have running water in my house. It's a really simple thing to be grateful for, especially here in this country. We can be totally grateful for that. I'm grateful for all the love and joy that comes into my life, that replaces the fear and anxiety as I calm myself. Every time I tap, my body comes out of fight or flight and goes into rest, digest, and heal. So those two parts of your nervous system, go ahead and take a deep breath. Those two parts of your nervous system are constantly going on and off. So if you can do tapping before you eat, so much better for your digestion. Do tapping before you sleep, so much better for your rest. Do tapping when you're thinking about something negative, and tap on the negative, then you're really diffusing that bomb. You really are, because you're tapping on acupuncture points, acupressure points of the meridians that flow energy through your body. It's a proven fact. It's totally scientific if you want to look at that, but it works every time. So what are you waiting for? Sometimes we need to dive really deep underneath what's totally on the surface and come up with what's subconsciously going on. Because that subconscious pattern of thought can be ingrained. And when I say ingrained, it's like a piece of wood that cannot be sanded out. It is there forever. And you feel it, and like it's a big deal when you try to do anything about it. So like when I'm saying you're honoring those negative feelings, it's like you're saying, I see you. I see that you don't want to do this. I see that you have fear about this. I see it. So you're acknowledging it, not trying to sweep it under the rug or ignore it, because you're actually driving it deeper when you try to ignore it. So I want you to practice doing that. And what I'm offering right now to you is a chance to do some holiday work, because I know that during the holidays, there's a lot of anxiety about whether things are going to go right and if it's going to be okay. And I want you to be able to have some support during this time, because it is a high anxiety time for a lot of people. Sometimes it's that memory of the person who's passed that's not there, that empty space where they should be, that brings up the feelings of anxiety or fear or grief, sadness. These are all, they're negative feelings, but they're not bad feelings. It's okay for you to have negative feelings. You just don't want to stay there. So I'm giving you these ways that you can actually get out of that feeling and move to something better. It doesn't mean that you're denying that that person was ever there, because wouldn't they want you to be happy? Wouldn't they want you to feel fulfilled and peaceful and calm in your life? Of course they would. But a lot of people think that if they don't keep feeling sad about it, then they are denying the experience that they had. And that's just not the case. When you are letting in joy and happiness and love and fun and silliness, that is feeding your spirit. Your spirit needs that, because you don't want to kill yourself off from that. That's important. You want to keep putting yourself back into the fun, back into the silliness, back into the joy. There are going to be times when it's going to feel like you're overwhelmed with sadness. That's pretty normal. But throughout the holiday season, it can become compounded, because it's supposed to be so joyful. And sometimes it's just not. It's just not joyful. So instead of staying there and feeling miserable, I just want you to acknowledge that you're having those feelings. And you can tap on the side of your hand. I acknowledge that I feel crappy, that I feel like this is the worst situation I could possibly be in. Go ahead and do that. I'm showing you this because this is the easiest thing for me to show you on video in this little box that we have. But there are other techniques that we do that are energetic techniques where I'm connected with your energy and I'm finding out what is going to bring this feeling that's like a 10 down to a 0. And that's when I'm using bioenergetic synchronization technique, and when I'm using theta healing, and we're finding out what's the key to unlock this situation for you. What's the key to unlocking this habit of thought that happens over and over again? And when we're finding those keys and unlocking it, here's what happens. This is the best part. What happens is you feel joyful. Like the upset and the anxiety, it just is done. It just goes away. And what you're feeling instead is calm and peaceful and happiness and joy. So when we're doing those sessions, and I'm going to offer you a special during this holiday season for the next 6 weeks, I want you to know that you can go and schedule a session with me. You can schedule a time to chat. We'll set it all up, and you'll get this very special pricing for this. But here's the thing. If you just do what I just showed you, that's going to be like the Band-Aid for you. If you work with me one-on-one, then we can actually go underneath and clear up that wound so that it's not bothering you. No, seriously, it's not going to bother you. Because what happens is time does not heal all wounds. Healing heals wounds. And you're not meant to do that by yourself. You're meant to have assistance. You're meant to be in conjunction with another spirit, another person who can help you, assist you, support you, and guide you. And that's what I'm here for. So I hope you take advantage of this. I'll put a link below so that you can take advantage of these sessions, these Bring in the Joy sessions that we're doing from the next 6 weeks. And I look forward to serving you, because I know the relief that you'll have when we do this. It's pretty amazing. And people have gone from, I can barely stand thinking about this, to, yeah, no big deal, in the space of about 5 minutes. So take advantage of it. Much love, many blessings. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.